Well, hello again. It's end of October 2020. Yeah, so this is 2017 Honda Accord Sport. You probably, if you've seen the other videos, you know what's going on. This is a manual transmission vehicle. So what I'm gonna talk about today is I have a dash cam, and in a parking mode, like when I park the car, when there's no power, it doesn't record if there's some movement in front of the car. So what I did is that I ordered a hardwire kit from the same manufacturer that was, manufacturing the camera. Okay, that's not a scratch. All right. So yeah, I got the hardwire kit. It's not that complicated to connect. It might look complicated, but actually it's not. It takes like 20 minutes to do it, with hiding the cables maybe like an extra 10 minutes. So I'm just gonna show you like step by step how to do it. It's basically the same for the same vehicle. This time we're gonna do it on the Accord 2017 Accord Sport manual. So I'm gonna show you what camera I'm using. It's a kind of 4K camera. The quality is good. I'm okay with that. So yeah, let's start. Let's not, talk too much theory. Let's get into practice. So this is the camera that I'm using. So it's called Rove 4K, something like that. I got it like a year ago. This one and most of the cameras, they don't record when the car is, parked or off, when the ignition is off. So I needed that because sometimes, there are like shady people around the car. So I got that. This is the kit that I got. So as you can see, it looks like it's complicated. The way this works is that after you connect it with the camera, it should record even when there's a movement in front of the camera and you have your parking mode on. So if someone, like, if it's in front of the car, trying to do something, whatever, the camera will record, turn on, and will record. It might look complicated with all these cables that you see here, but it's not actually complicated. So now this brand, they sell like, I got this like a year ago, and now they sell like better quality than this camera. They have 2-channel cameras. I already bought like a normal full HD for the back, you see, and I connected it to these USB ports here that I did. But yeah, Rove now just they sell single camera for the front, or double, 2-channel, so you can put one looking in the back. Their brands like Blackview, they'll charge you like $600 for that. With this brand, maybe you can, with the discount, maybe like $200 for both cameras and this hardwire kit. So the camera, I basically connected it, over there behind. The cables are hidden, but I wanted something that will record all the time. So what I did is that I got this online for like $25. It's nothing complicated. So when I looked at it, when I got it, I was like, oh my god, so many wires. What the, I was like, what's going on? How are you gonna connect this? It looks so simple. It comes with a manual. So basically what I'm gonna show you now is what it says in the manual. It comes with different, let me see, blah blah blah. So this is how, the manual is, how to wire. You have some warnings, blah blah blah. You have different fuses. The thing is that when you get this, they don't know what kind of fuses your car is using, so they give you like 4 different fuses. This Honda Accord Sport 2017, it's using the micro. I was thinking is this, but actually it's not. So this is what you get in this $25 kit. You get a voltage meter, and then the fuses. The puller for the fuses actually is not working, so I pulled the one from the fuse box under the hood. And then you have the zip ties, trim tools, blah 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 manual. So what they want you to do first, so here is how this looks. It's really small. So the point of this is that it prevents discharging the battery. You know, like if like there's a lot of movement in front of your car and this records all the time, this should stop, you know, the camera from getting power if it's pulling excessive power from the battery, so you don't drain your battery and basically you know, you need a jump start later. So there are 3 wires on one side. The other side is just that you connect it to the camera right here. So what you do here is that the red wire, you have to connect it to a fuse where you have constant power even when the car is off. The black is ground, and then the yellow is you connect it to a power where you have, I mean, when you have power in the fuse when you turn the car on, ACC, whatever that is. So this is what I did. So let me show you. I don't know if you can see. The first thing you got to do is that you see these fuses here. Okay, so you have this on every car. What you do is you take this voltmeter or whatever. You connect this, for example, to a ground, you know, so you can do, it's hard to do it with one hand. I wish there's someone here to help. Alright, but I'll do it, so no worries. So, yeah, you connect that to, let's say, this ball here, for example. And then with this, where is it? Alright, with this, the car is off now, so you need to find a fuse that's gonna show reading here. Alright, let me see. There you go. So this one has 12 point, I don't know if you can see. Okay, it has 12.3 volts reading. You can't see it, but I can see it. Okay, there it is. So you need this. So basically what Rove recommends is that you connect the red wire. Let's say you see which one, which fuse your car is using. Like I said, this one is using the micro SD, the Accord. So you connect this one to the red one, see? And then what you do is that the fuse that has a constant power, the one that I was just, you know, checking, this one, you put it right here. There's a slot here. And then you connect this one to the red wire. And then this goes inside where the fuse was. Alright? And that's the first step. So you basically have a constant power to the camera even when the car is off. Alright, so now what you got to do second is connect the yellow wire to a fuse that doesn't have constant power but it has a power when you turn the car on. So how you're gonna do that is first you check the fuses, right? Let's say we check this one. So this one, there's no reading on the voltmeter. So what you do, where did I put my keys? Okay, so we're gonna put the car, they call it ACC, whatever. So now, okay, here we go. So now we got to check again with a voltmeter if that fuse has power. So Rove recommends to connect to fuses which are between 10 and 30 amps. All right. So let's see, this 20. So you see there's reading 11.7, 11.8. So this fuse is only getting power when the car is on. All right. So I'm gonna turn it off, and I'm gonna check again. All right. Oh, sorry. So this fuse has power. Sorry, that was my mistake. With or without the car is on. This one next to it doesn't. So I'm gonna do that one. I'm gonna check that one after I turn. You know, I'm gonna give it. All right, let's see. So you see this one is 11.7.8. Can you see from there? I don't know, but yeah, there's power when, you know, that's on, and there's a ignition voltage. All right. So what I do next is that I take another one of these, and then I connect it to the yellow wire like I had done it here. See? And then the fuse that I was just checking. So this fuse here. Where did it go? Okay. So this fuse here has power when the car is on. So I'm gonna take that fuse out, put it here. You see that? And then this goes back where that fuse was pulled from, and then this is getting connected to the yellow wire. So basically what you have to do, what is left to do, is just connect the black wire like I did to the ground. Make sure it's not just bolt, but it goes to the chassis like I did here. So in order to use the voltmeter, you have to connect it to the ground, you know. So that's basically it. So the next thing you're doing is that you connect the camera. All right, so as you can see, the car is off now, and this is in parking mode. What you got to do now is that you got to go turn on the camera, stop recording, go into the menu, and then just go select parking mode, motion detection. Let's say parking on. It has to be on parking mode. Alright, let me see. Motion detection, that should be on too. Alright, so now even when the car is off, the camera has, you see, it's like it's charging. I don't know if you can see, but if there's any movement in front of the car, it will start recording. So you don't need a lot of tools. I just needed this, you know, to connect the ground up there, this screw, Phillips screw, and then I just had these, you know, to like secure the connection here. Where it is? Okay, there it is. So what is left to do is just I need to, you know, secure the cables. I have some zip ties that I gotta do, and then I have you know, just to hide the cables, it's probably gonna go here, and then goes here. Alright, and then goes here, and then it's gonna go behind here, and then it's gonna get connected to the camera. Something like that, like it was before. So it's not that complicated. It's basically the same process with any other vehicle, just that you have to see what kind of fuses you have. Like I said, Rove will give you fuses for any, you know, for different vehicles. There are like 3-4 different fuses. In the description, I'm gonna put a link, so you'll get a 20% off if you go for this product. I believe it can be used on any camera, not just on this brand, this hardwire kit, whatever. I know that I was looking to get the black view. They're offering the same hardwire kit, but that one is like $600. This is like, I got the camera like for like $100 like a year ago, and I got this kit for like $20-25, something like that. So yeah, that's basically it. It's quite simple. So this is what I did. So this one here, can you see? Okay. So this one here, it's the constant power, the charge, you know, where you have you know, power all the time. And I check with the voltmeter. So that goes in the red wire. This one here on the side, I think they were both 15 amps fuses. So this one is the one that gives power even, you know, when you start the car. It says ACC. This is the ground. And then this one is battery plus, where you have power all the time. Where is it? Okay. So yeah, here's the yellow. You can connect it to any fuse, okay? It doesn't have to be the fuses that I use. You can connect it to any fuse. So you got to connect the red one to a fuse that gives constant power even when the car is off. And you got to connect the yellow when the fuse doesn't have power. You know, at first, when the car is off, check with the voltmeter. And then turn the ignition to on, and then or start the car, and then check the fuse. If the fuse is getting power, you know, that's the one that you want to connect the yellow to. And then it's basically connecting the camera over there. So let me see. So as you can see, the camera has this, I don't know if you can see here. Let me see this phone. You see the red over there? So that means the camera has a power. I don't know if you can see. But anyway, so the camera has a power, and if there's any movement in front of the car, because the motion sensor is on and the parking mode is on, so the car is parked, it's off, you know. So let me see, let me close the door. It's pretty simple. It's like 20-30 minutes job max. It's not that complicated. Like when you get the kit, people are like, oh, there's so many wires, what do you do with all this? It's quite simple, and like I said, you can use it on any camera. When you get the 2-channel from this brand, I think the rear Full HD camera, the front is only 4K, the rear is Full HD, connects to the front, and then you might be able to have them you know, recording it all, like in parking mode if there's any movement on both. So as you can see, the camera is recording now because I walked in front of the camera, and this one, it shows like it's connected, it's not on battery. So yeah, that's basically it. Quite simple. This, like I said, this is an old camera. Now you have like higher resolution, but you can get any camera, and if the connection, you know, let me show you how this is. This is how the connection is to the camera. If you buy a camera with a connection like this, you can get a hardwire kit and connect it like this. But if you go on the, I'm gonna give you a link with 20% discount from this brand, and you can get a, you know, a better camera or the 2-channel, whatever. A friend of mine was asking me about. I have this camera in 2 vehicles, and my manager also has it. So this is what it comes, you know. It's, you know, like to secure the cables, you know, you have like a few zip ties here. Yeah, and that's it. If you have any questions, just, you know, comment in this comment section, and you know, if I can help you without making a video, I will. But yeah, the cord is just an example how to connect it, but you can do it on any vehicle. And yeah, I think that's it. All right, peace out. Ciao.